now. And for the first time, President Donald Trump is hinting at an additional motive. Posting on Truth Social, he wrote, "It's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? MIGA, make Iran great again." Now, Trump says he'll meet with his national security team, that's later on Monday, to discuss the results of that strike in Iran. Let's speak to Larry Korb. He's a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Defense and joins us now from Lewiston, Delaware. Larry, thank you very much for your time. Now, Trump says he's not going for regime change in Iran. That's what he said earlier. But now in this post on Truth Social, he seems to contradict that. What do you make of those contradictions in his position on the goals of the U.S. involvement?
Well, basically, he wants to have it both ways. He basically had the attack on Iran, and he is now trying to estimate how effective it was, and basically saying that he will continue to do things against Iran without being clear as exactly what he will do. His staff wants to take credit for what they accomplished by destroying really 3 of the main sites. But Trump doesn't want to quit while he's ahead. He wants to keep going here.
When you take a look at the situation with the nuclear site strikes, praised by the Republicans, condemned by the Democrats, and now a clear split in MAGA, what do you think of that?
Well, the Republicans support it even when they don't agree because he's their president and they worry about the next election. For the Democrats, it's the opposite. I think most of the Democrats do not want to start a war with Iran because they're worried about what will happen now as Iran responds by going after the 40,000 Americans who are in the station in the region. They remember what happened when Trump in his first term killed the leader Soleimani. Then the Iranians attacked our forces in Iraq and killed 3 Americans.
And if we look back at, for example, George W. Bush, he had bipartisan support for the Iraq war until he didn't. Biden the same on the Russia-Ukraine war until he didn't. Now, is this likely to be a Trump war? Is this really about what he says about America not being involved and his support base, or is this all about Donald Trump?
Well, I think it's a combination. They're upset at Trump because of what he says compared to what he does. He kept saying that he wanted to give 2 weeks to see if they could get to negotiations about Iran's nuclear capabilities. And then, of course, after 2 days, he attacked. On the other hand, they're also concerned about what could happen here because Trump has provoked Iran. They could go after American forces in the region. They could go after some forces here at home. So they don't want to provoke a war with Iran because they really were not that concerned with Iran up to now, because while Iran basically was getting close to a nuclear weapon, they were not there yet. And the Democrats, before Trump came in, had made an agreement which they were keeping, and then Trump got out of it.
OK, thank you very much for your thoughts there. Larry Korb in Delaware.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.